We are on our way to go skiing for a few days together as a family. We're heading up to Mount Washington, which is here on Vancouver Island, further up the island from where we live in Victoria. This is a family trip. It's an active trip. It's an outdoorsy trip, so a very different kind of vacation for us to show you guys. But it's definitely one of the big pluses of life here in Canada. Whistler is the biggest ski resort here in British Columbia, which is on the mainland, hosted the 2010 Olympics. We have been skiing at Whistler before, and it's absolutely amazing. The village in particular I love. But the ski hill here at Mount Washington is where we usually choose to go with the boys because it is great skiing, great snow, way less crowded, and a lot more affordable in Whistler.
Yeah, so we're heading up to the mountains, which will be nice for us because we actually don't get much snow in Victoria, despite the fact that everyone thinks Canada has lots of snow. And don't get me wrong, much of the country does. Where Kim and I grew up, we had loads of snow. But here on Vancouver Island, we're lucky if we get snow maybe once a year. So for us and for our boys, it's a treat to go up and play in the snow and get some ski in. It just means that we have to drive 3.5 hours away.
We're going to show you guys the whole experience, take you along with us, and see what we get up to here in the snow. We just checked in. Here is our room. Well, this is the second bedroom, which also has its own bathroom too. And this is the kitchen. Nice full-size kitchen. Lots of space for everything. Dining table. Of course, we've got some wine out already. A living area, fireplace, a view of the slopes. And so much snow. Going to be so great. There's some night skiing happening. There's people going down already. To keep the warm air inside. And this is the other bedroom. So 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, lots of space, great views. Yeah, we love it here. Ski trips are an amazing thing to do with your family, an amazing family vacation, but it can get really expensive really fast.
Yeah, by the time you add up the gear and lift tickets, meals, the stays at the chalet.
In this video, in addition to showing you our vacation, we thought we would also share with you some of our top tips for having an amazing vacation without breaking the bank.
Yeah, tip number 1, don't have as many children. Keep it to like 2 or 3. Anything over that, we can't help yet. So one of the other things that you can do to save money is the planning ahead part, and that's really around the lift tickets themselves. Most places will offer a deeper discount if you book kind of months in advance, which for us in advance is difficult, but they're at least cheaper if you book even the day before online rather than showing up the day of.
Yeah, day of tickets are the worst.
Also, again, saves you time, and time is precious on the lifts, right? Because it's your ski time that you're digging into. One of the things that we have found here at Mount Washington on Vancouver Island, for instance, is the difference in the resorts. It depends if it's for youth or not, but it's around $100 a day for the lift.
Getting family passes and bundles, that's a better way to go.
I was talking to someone on a chairlift yesterday. They were telling me that Whistler is now up to $350 for a day pass.
Per person.
Per person. So when you're looking to save money, you don't have to go to the world-class resorts. Now, having said that, we found something yesterday that the prices in Europe and some of the fanciest places are actually a lot less expensive.
Yeah, which is something that we've never even looked into because we always assumed, because we're in Canada in the winter.
So we assumed it was going to be a lot more
We
expensive.
assumed that it would be. What I was seeing is that it was 60 Canadian to ski in St. Moritz for the day for lift
Which is
pass.
half of here.
Which at half of here in our family-friendly like Mount Washington resort, and a fraction of what it would cost in Whistler. Yeah, we're gonna have to look into that. But if there's anybody watching, then let us know in the comments if you've skied in Switzerland or in Europe, and what are the lift passes like compared to North American lift passes. Accommodations are often you get better deals too if you plan ahead. Also, choosing a resort, booking your passes in, like getting a bundle, getting the deals that the family deals and all that stuff.
It's just another way of saving some more money so that you can enjoy your vacation. One of the best ways of saving money on your family holiday is to stay in a vacation rental like this one, something with a kitchen, because this way you're not dependent on going to restaurants for food. You can cook your own food, like we're making breakfast. What we usually do is just stock up on a bunch of groceries on our way up here, and then that way we can make our own meals. When we're staying in the mountains, we have pretty hearty, filling meals like chili and fondue and that kind of thing. There are, of course, great places, usually on most mountain resorts, to go and have food. And après, definitely, can be tempting. But, generally speaking, we have most of our meals here in the suite, and it just saves us a ton of money and is actually a pretty fun family activity.
One of the really expensive parts that we find skiing is all the gear.
Yes.
Got poles, helmets,
So much
skis, gloves, goggles. So one of the big things that we have saved money on with the kids as they've grown over the years is buying equipment used. And not only is it a fraction of the price to buy it used, you can hang on to it and resell it and get your money back. And
Just trade that way.
Yeah, so there's an initial investment, but then after that, you sell gear and you buy new gear, because there are other families out there just like us who are looking to get used gear as well. Now, it doesn't mean we don't ever buy anything new. Kid got some new goggles this Christmas. We do buy new gloves. So that sort of stuff does last through time, but really it's the poles, the helmets, the skis that we try and trade up as the kids get older. Now, once they stop growing and your kids are really proficient and they move beyond kind of casual, then maybe I suppose you could spring for more expensive gear, but that hasn't been our experience. We're more casual.
I mean, one of the big things about saving money on gear is if you can let go of the ski gear as status symbol, because you can go so far with buying all the latest stuff every year. I mean, all the gear really, really adds up. So if you can save and not get the fanciest stuff and get secondhand stuff where you can, then that can make an enormous difference and can mean the difference between actually skiing with your family or like just not being a trip that you can afford.
And really, if you're watching this thing, we'll just do rentals. Rentals are not inexpensive. They eat up part of your day at the ski resort. So I would go with used before I would do the rental stuff. You'll be happy when you get to the mountain and you're not standing in line at rentals for half the day.
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
As a bonus tip, one of the things that we recommend is private lessons.
Yeah, so if you're going to splurge on something, then prioritize spending lessons for your kids, but specifically private lessons.
Yeah, or semi-private. It goes a lot further. The kids learn a lot faster.
Than group lessons.
Than group, yeah. And they can join you on the hill that much faster. You can try and teach your kids yourself. Good luck. But we have found that to get the kids properly taught and with you on the slopes you want to be skiing, not on the bunny hills, spending your day on the bunny hills.
And they grow in confidence, and it's a lot more fun if everybody is like at a certain level. But group lessons we found are
false economy.
Yeah, it's kind of a false economy because they don't really learn much and it's not really all that fun unless you just want to have your kids babysat for a little bit.
It's different, and you might.
Yeah, and we've done that before too. Like we put our kids in group lessons and in private lessons, and they certainly learn a lot more in private lessons, but
faster.
Yeah. If you were going to spend a little bit more on something, that would be a good thing to do. Holidays with your family can be just an amazing thing to do and make such great memories with your family, and also something that you can do for a really long time. And just with a little bit of advanced planning and making some strategic choices, you can do it without completely breaking the bank.
Still not a cheap vacation, but comparable to some of the other vacations we've done.
Let us know in the comments which of these tips is helpful for you, and if you have your own money saving tips for making ski vacations with your family more affordably, then put those in the comments too, so that we can share some ideas. And we will see you in the next video.